Hi, I'm Matt with Matt Curtis Real Estate, and here are my 2022 housing market predictions. Let me first say that my crystal ball is broken, but let's jump into the data to draw a conclusion together on where prices are headed in 2022. Stay for the end, and I'll tell you my plan on whether I'm planning on buying or selling in 2022. First, let's quickly recap what's happened in 2021 in the housing market. This past year, we saw the demand for housing continue to exceed the supply. This was a direct result of the U.S. underbuilding by 4 to 5 million plus homes after the 2008 recession. As of 2020, Freddie Mac estimated that the U.S. was still short by 3.8 million homes. Demographic expert Ken Grombach estimated that number could be as high as 25 million. Because of this, the last 2 years in housing have been anything but typical. We saw homes appreciating an average of 19% in 2021, and 74% of homes for sale this past year had multiple offers according to Redfin. If demand continues to outweigh supply in 2022, that can contribute to a seller's market continuing into the new year. Of course, there are other factors at play that we'll discuss shortly. Inflation is one factor that many people are concerned about as prices surge across the country. The one thing we know about housing is that it acts as a hedge against inflation. In the 1970s, inflation was 7.1%, and home prices rose 9.9% per year. We're hopeful this is a good indication that we'll continue to see a strong real estate market. As far as Huntsville, I anticipate we will continue to see growth as the job market continues to grow. Mazda and Toyota are building a new manufacturing facility here, and we also have the FBI, Blue Origin, and our team continue to grow and add jobs to the workforce. There's a wide range of predictions regarding how much homes will appreciate in 2022, ranging from 16% with Goldman Sachs to 1.9% from CoreLogic. All of these predictions are lower than the average 19.2% appreciation for 2021, but the predictions for continued appreciation does show a level of optimism for the real estate market as a whole. I do anticipate another strong year for real estate in 2022, but of course there are factors that will contribute to the trajectory of the market in the upcoming year. Let's talk about a few of those right now. The first factor being the number of homes purchased in 2021 by investors. 18.2% of homes purchased in 2021 were purchased by investors, which was likely a play on the yield spreads between high appreciation and low mortgage rates. This could continue to fuel further price appreciation, but could also cause the inverse if institutional investors started dumping their inventory. The second is mortgage rates. Many people are predicting a 0.5% to 1% increase in rates in 2022. However, that number varies greatly depending on the source. The Mortgage Bankers Association is predicting a 4% rate by the end of 2022 and as high as 4.3% by the second half of 2023. Fannie Mae is predicting rates at 3.4%, but stated that they could go higher if inflation is not transitory. Rates could also stay flat as we continue to see more variants of the COVID-19 virus. A delicate balance exists between interest rates, increased prices, and then homes purchased. The question is, at what point do increased rates and home prices impact the number of units purchased as homes become less affordable across the country? The good news is this could be a short-term gain for Huntsville, as our median price is still about $50,000 to $80,000 below the national average. A third factor is the current supply chain shortages. These shortages could continue to increase commodity prices and delay new home inventory. The Great Resignation could also have a strong impact on the housing market, among many other things in 2022 if we don't see a positive shift there. Another factor to consider is the number of loans in forbearance. There are currently 1.01 million loans still in forbearance as of November 2021. This could affect inventory if a large number of these homes go on the market. With the current demand levels, this new inventory would likely be consumed quickly and could shift the scales slightly from the historical seller's market we're used to. The final factor is the huge shift to work from home. We've already felt the impact of companies allowing workers to work remotely, as there have been a mass exodus from expensive cities to locations with a more affordable cost of living like Huntsville. We'll continue to see this migration if companies decide to let their employees work from home permanently. With Huntsville's low cost of living, I anticipate people will continue to find Huntsville as an attractive alternative to bigger cities. All these unknowns could directly impact the real estate market in the upcoming year. To what extent, we can't know for sure. While I wish I knew exactly what to expect in 2022, I do know that we can evaluate risk and rewards on both sides of the coin. If you're contemplating purchasing, let's look at your risk. There is a risk of purchasing if home values take a cyclical dip. However, the risk is slightly mitigated because unlike 2008, mortgage borrowers are qualified and meeting sound borrowing criteria to fund home loans. There's also a risk of not purchasing a home now as homes continue to quickly appreciate due to the lack of inventory and inflation. This makes it possible to quickly gain equity in any home that you do purchase. I can tell you that I'm looking forward to 2022 and going into the new year predicting that the real estate market will continue to increase here locally 7 to 10% as inflation continues to affect our economy. I personally am planning on putting my money where my mouth is by continuing to purchase real estate as a hedge against this massive amounts of inflation that we're going to see likely in 2022. As we know, real estate is still the best way to build wealth, and I think we'll continue to see a strong market in 2022, and I plan on buying in 2022. The best thing you can do looking ahead is know your options and plan accordingly. If you have questions and would like to discuss your unique situation, options available to you, contact us for a free, no obligation consultation. To stay up to date on Huntsville and the current real estate market, subscribe to our channel below. Be sure to click the bell icon and you'll receive notifications each time we post a new video.